it will be a little avail to the people if the choice of laws are made so voluminous and they can't be read or so incoherent they can't be understood. And this is thoughts while thinking, and these opinions are mine. Since World War II, there's been about an average of 4 to 6 million words of laws passed every 2 years, and none of them go away. There's no sunset clause, and the bribes go right on. Some we call it lobbyists, other countries call it bribes. Think about it, and that's the way bills get passed. They pay it off, and we got to do something about it. We've got congressmen that say, "Oh, I'm not going to take any lobbyist money," and then you look at it, and under the table they're taking that lobbyist money, and they just dance around and have a happy time and fill their pocketbooks. They all get rich. Think about it, and they appreciate you signing up. And when the weird gets going, it's so weird that it turns pro. Think about that. And I believe that's where we are in Congress right now. We're pro weird with letting them get away with all the stuff that they're getting away with. And they're even selling books on how to bribe our congressmen. And think about this stuff. And we got to look at it. And we got to wonder about some of it. And the presidents, we got to watch out for them too. Some of them just stumble around and freeze up and don't know where they are. And, and then we go talk to our congressmen, and the lobbyists come in and shoot us in the back, and they get their way, and we are left hanging a bag. And they sit there and they argue about who can be called a gentleman and add those words. And we fight for majority rule, minority rule. It's all a mess in Washington. You just think about what all is going on. And if we're willing to fight to save our republic, we've got to get on it. We got to work for it. And we got to do something about turning it over, because it's a deep swamp right now. And they walk away with their pocketbooks full, and the voters are wondering whatever happened to my choice. And we got to consider all this stuff and think about it. And part of it's because of that corrupt media that we have out there that's aiding and abetting the payoffs in Congress to get their way. And they're passing the bills every day that have meaningless of anything except taking away your life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're robbing your taxpayer dollars. They raise the money, they raise the taxes, and they raise the benefits to their pockets. Think about it. And, they sit there and they argue about what they are going to call an amendment, and wonder if this and wonder if that. And then they pass these laws that they haven't even read. Think about this stuff. And the laws are so voluminous we don't know where we are. We can't hardly take a breath without violating the law. And they've taken away our liberty. And all my life I thought air was free. And then I bought a bag of chips. Oh, and that reminds me what Congress is. It's just a bag of chips, all air. And think about this stuff. And Paul Ryan, he comes up with the old law of the 1940s that gives the president the power to shut down the government. Think about all that. We got to get rid of some of these old laws. And we got to get rid of some of these old congressmen. And Thomas Jefferson said, "I predict a happy future for Americans if they can resist from the government wasting their labors under the pretense of taking care of them." Well, that's where we are. And they're taking care of us under their pretense. And being a little bit weird is just a side effect of being awesome. Now think about that for me a little bit. And it's adios amigos, and we'll have a nice day, and we'll see you on the flip side.